Are you ready to play Quizamp? Hi and welcome to this special edition of Quizamp. If you're a regular viewer, don't skip this part because there's some changes. So what makes this edition special? Well, there's more questions, plus there's a chance to not only play to become a Quizamp Quiz Champ, but to also become a Quizamp Mega Quiz Champ. So for this special edition, we've got 7 mixed rounds of 5 questions each, then 20 bonus questions, followed by not 1, not 2, but 3 star questions. So how can you play and beat this quiz? Well, the aim of the game is to score 50 points or more from the rounds and the bonus questions, and if you've done that, then you'll have a choice. You can either play for one of the star questions, and if you get that correct, you'll be a Quizamp Quiz Champ, or you can play all 3, and if you get all 3 correct, you will be a Quizamp Mega Champ. So let me remind you of how the scoring works for the first 7 rounds. For each correct answer, score 2 points if you can answer the question before the choices are shown, or give yourself 1 point if you needed the choices to get the answer. So does the scoring and the aim of the game make sense? I hope so, I hope you get it. It makes sense to me, but let's see. If you're not sure, just play along and I'm sure you'll get it as we go. So let's have a look at what we've got in store for the topics of the first 7 rounds. We have inventions and discoveries, spicy questions, when in Rome, fictional furries, famous ships, guess the close-up, and 70s music. I would highly recommend you use a pen and paper to keep your score as you go, so without further ado, let's play Quizamp with your first set of questions on inventions and discoveries. So for 2 points without the options, first, who invented dynamite? If you need the options, they are Alfred Nobel, Robert Boyle, or Thomas Edison. And the answer is Alfred Nobel, who discovered the rotating magnetic field in 1882. Was that Michael Faraday, Nikola Tesla, or Heinrich Hertz? The correct choice there is Nikola Tesla. What was the first successful vaccine developed for? Was it smallpox, tuberculosis, or diphtheria? And it was for smallpox. The invention of the microwave oven was a byproduct of research into which technology? If you're not sure, here are your options: nuclear power, lasers, or radar. And the answer is radar. Which invention is Eli Whitney best known for? The typewriter, cotton gin, or steam engine? Eli Whitney is best known for his invention of the cotton gin. Did you get off to a good start? I hope so. If you didn't, don't worry, because we've got lots of different subjects coming up. The next one is all about spices. What spice comes from the stigma of a crocus flower? Saffron, cloves, or cardamom? That one is saffron. The nutmeg tree also produces which other spice? Cinnamon, cumin, or mace? The answer I'm looking for here is mace. How many different spices are there in allspice? For 1 point, your options are 1, 5, or 7. And allspice is actually 1 spice. What's the world's hottest pepper called? The Carolina Reaper, Pepper X, or the Ghost Pepper? And it took over the record a couple of years back. The answer is Pepper X. Which spice comes from a vine known as Piper nigrum? Is that star anise, black pepper, or cloves? And the answer is black pepper. So are you a mild or spicy person? I have to say, I love it hot. Up next, we have questions all about Rome.
Can you name this iconic fountain found in Rome? Is that the Trevi Fountain, Caesar's Fountain, or the Fountain of Neptune? And that's the stunning Trevi Fountain. Which river flows through the city of Rome? The Elbe, Seine, or Tiber? And the answer is the Tiber. What is this famous Roman temple that is now a Catholic church? Parthenon, Pantheon, or St. Peter's Basilica? And that is the Pantheon. The Roman numeral M stands for which number? (100, 500, or 1000? And the answer is 1000. Who are the two characters under the wolf? Romulus and Remus, Nero and Augustus, or Commodus and Virgil? And they are Romulus and Remus.
What a beautiful city Rome is. If you haven't been there yet, you really should try to go. Your next set of questions are all about fictional furries.
What novel is the Cheshire Cat from? The Chronicles of Narnia, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, or The Cat in the Hat? That's from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. What kind of animal is Baloo in the Jungle Book? A panther, wolf, or bear? And he is a bear. In Winnie the Pooh, what is the name of the gloomy donkey character? If you can't remember for 2 points, let's see if this helps. Eeyore, Jack, or Pumbaa? And he is Eeyore. Name the puppy nephew of Scooby-Doo. Is he Scrappy, Zippy, or Waggy-Doo? And he is Scrappy-Doo. In which 1955 animated movie does a dog share a spaghetti dinner with her love interest? The Aristocats, Lady and the Tramp, or 101 Dalmatians? And that's from Lady and the Tramp.
I hope you're doing great so far. Before we get on to the next set of questions, if you enjoy my quizzes, please give them a thumbs up, share them with your friends, comment down below. They take me a long time to make and I'd love them to get out to more people. So thank you for that. Your next set of questions are all about famous ships.
Which ship did Charles Darwin sail on as the ship's naturalist? Was it the HMS Endeavour, Beagle, or Victory? It was HMS Beagle. How long did it take the Titanic to sink after hitting that iceberg? And give yourself 2 points if you guessed within 20 minutes of the correct answer. The options are 2 hours and 40 minutes, 4 hours and 40 minutes, or 6 hours and 40 minutes. And it took 2 hours and 40 minutes. Name Ernest Shackleton's ship that got stuck in ice and sank in the Antarctic. The choices are Enterprise, Resolution, or Endurance. The correct one there, the Endurance. Who famously captained the Golden Hind? Sir Francis Drake, Christopher Columbus, or Horatio Nelson? The answer is Sir Francis Drake. What was the name of Captain Hook's ship in Peter Pan? The Black Pearl, the Jolly Roger, or the Flying Dutchman? The answer is the Jolly Roger.
Your next round is a fun picture round. I'm going to show you some close-up pictures and your aim is to guess what they are. Good luck. Here we go.
Okay, can you guess what this is a close-up of? So was that opals, marbles or gumballs? And it was marbles. And what about this one? Any ideas? Here are your options. Was it a kiwi fruit, sunflower or cucumber? And it was a kiwi fruit. And do you recognise this? Was that a slipper, tennis ball or paint roller? It was a tennis ball. And do you have any idea what this is? Was that fibre optics, hair or spaghetti? And that was spaghetti. And your last close-up, what animal does that eye belong to? A crocodile, cat or owl? And the answer, a cat.
Did any of those catch you out? If they did, let me know which ones in the comments down below. The final set of questions for these rounds is all about 70s music.
Who sang about a hotel that you could never leave? Do you know the song? Was it Aerosmith, Eagles or Fleetwood Mac? And that refers to Hotel California by the Eagles. Name Gloria Gaynor's 1978 anthem about resilience in the face of heartbreak. Is that Never Can Say Goodbye, I Will Survive or I Am What I Am? And it is I Will Survive. Which Beatle wrote and sung Let It Be? John Lennon, George Harrison or Paul McCartney? And the answer is Paul McCartney. How many members made up the Doobie Brothers when they were founded in 1970? Do you know? Were there 2, 3 or 4? And there were 4. Who recorded the single I'll Be There in 1970? Was that the Jackson 5, Marvin Gaye or Al Green? That was the Jackson 5.
So ladies and gentlemen, up next we have the bonus round. They're a bit quicker than the last set of questions. There's no options, but they're quite easy. They're worth 1 point each. We'll review the answers when we get to the end. So if you're ready, let's play the bonus round.
Besides red, what is the other colour table tennis bats must be? Are anacondas venomous? Yes or no? When was the Mona Lisa painted? In the 16th or 18th century? What is the official language of Austria? Which is older, the Eiffel Tower or the Statue of Liberty? What's the chemical symbol for gold? Which word is a small sailing ship? A caravel or a sirocco? A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Is that true or false? Who starred as Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings movie trilogy? Port is on which side of the ship? Left or right? Which is bigger on average, a lion or a tiger? Which US city was originally called New Amsterdam? Which is faster, an ostrich or a camel? Who had a hit with Flowers in 2023? Which TV series features agents Mulder and Scully? Which is colder, 0 Celsius or 10 Fahrenheit? What colour is an unripe orange? Who wrote the novel Emma? The world's record longest chicken flight is just 13 seconds. True or false? And what is the most eaten fruit in the world?
So let's check those answers and see how many points you managed to pick up.
Besides red, what is the other colour table tennis bats must be? Black. Are anacondas venomous? No, they're not. When was the Mona Lisa painted? In the 16th century. What is the official language of Austria? It's German. Which is older? This is a close one. The Statue of Liberty. What's the chemical symbol for gold? Au. Which word is a small sailing ship? A caravel. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus? That's true. Who starred as Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings movie trilogy? Sir Ian McKellen. Port is on which side of the ship? The left. Which is bigger on average? A tiger. Which US city was originally called New Amsterdam? New York City. Which is faster? An ostrich. Who had a hit with Flowers in 2023? That was Miley Cyrus. Which TV series features agents Mulder and Scully? The X-Files. Which is colder? 10 degrees Fahrenheit. What colour is an unripe orange? It is green. Who wrote the novel Emma? That was Jane Austen. The world record longest chicken flight is just 13 seconds. That is true. And what is the most eaten fruit in the world? Bananas.
So my friends, it's now time for the final part of the quiz, which is the star questions. Remember, you needed to score 50 points or more by now to play for those star questions. If you need time to add up your score, just pause the video now. So this is how the star questions is going to work. I'm going to give you a choice of 3. You can either pick one of those subjects and go for that, and if you get that correct, you'll be a Quizamp Quiz Champ. Or, if you're feeling really brave, you can go for all 3, and if you get all 3 correct, you will be a Quizamp Mega Quiz Champ. So before you make that decision, let me show you what the subjects are. So we have novels, the solar system, and we have science. So which of those is your strongest subject? Are you going to play just for one question, or are you going to play all 3? You need to make a decision now, and then I'll show you the final star questions. So if you're ready and you made your decision, here are the star questions.
So the question on novels is, which novelist created the fictional detective Hercule Poirot? The question on the solar system, which planet has the most moons in our solar system? And the science question is, what was the first mammal to be cloned?
So let's see how you did on those. The answer to the first question is Agatha Christie. The answer to the second question is Saturn. And the answer to the third question is sheep. If you got 1 and you're a Quizamp Quiz Champ, this is for you. If you managed to get all 3, then you are a Quizamp Mega Quiz Champ, and this is for you.